everybody out there all across the land. Of course, you know you're tuned into the number one station on the net, the Keith Harris Show, right here on Hotline Radio. All right. Listen, today, first of all, let's start out by wishing everybody a happy, wonderful Memorial Day. I know the grills are going. Everybody's got the charcoals about to get fired up. If you haven't already, it's a special day, and we also want to send a special salute out to all those that died for our freedoms and gave their lives in vain and everything like that. So a special thank you to everyone. All right. Now, I'd like to roll out the red carpet for this gentleman right here. Okay. He has been on this show before, but of course we did not have a lot of time because he's a busy guy. And we'll talk about that a little bit once I introduce him. Okay. But we're very honored to have him back on the show today. So I'm not going to waste any more time. All right. Without any further ado, I'd like to give a warm welcome and a special round of applause for the one and the only actor, producer, and director, David Fernandez Jr. What's going on with you, man?
Hey, brother. Thank you so much for having me again.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm truly honored to have you back. I know, as I was saying at the beginning of the show, we didn't have a lot of time because you were busy on set then, right?
Yeah, I was filming a movie. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back.
Thank you. I guess I'll start out with look, first of all, I say we won't hold you up too much because I know it's the holiday. I'm assuming, and you out there on the West Coast especially, so I know the grills and stuff are probably going out there. You got going on out there. You got any plans for the day? The rest of the day?
Quite honestly, today is actually a real mellow day. Especially because it's dedicated to the troops, and to the people that sacrifice their lives to give us freedom here in the U.S. So we kind of just take it easy, you know what I mean? So nothing too fancy, man. Just really enjoying the time and just being in that space of appreciation for what this day stands for,
No, yeah, indeed, I agree. Myself, I know a little bit later I'll probably go throw something on the grill and just kind of kick it and spend time with the family, as you said. Nothing too wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing off the chain and stuff like that. But right. So look, if I could ask you first of all, what the film, if you can talk about it now. If you can't, that's okay. But last time when we talked, you were on set. What movie were you on set for then?
I still can't talk about it.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. That film's pretty top secret right now. It's going to be a big film that I'm excited about. When I am able to promote it and put the word out, I'll definitely call back in and let you know, my brother.
All right, that's what's up, man. You always always in something big nowadays.
You know what? Just kind of grind and hustle in this business called Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy business, but thank goodness I've been able to open up some doors and have the opportunities to, show my craft. You know what I'm saying? On one level or another. I'm excited because right now we're promoting A Father's Journey. That's the film that we're really promoting. We're actually going to screen in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Latino International Film Festival. It's going to be a pretty big festival. We're closing out the festival, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a big red carpet gala. We got Keith Castillo coming, Eduardo Yanez, and Jorge La Flaca. These are all big Latino stars, especially in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And they're coming to support, check out the film, and, we're going to have a good time in Vegas, May 31st.
Hey, look, everybody out there, y'all hearing that? May 31st is right around the corner. The end of the month. So
in a week.
Yeah, a week away. So if you're in Vegas or you're going to be heading out to Vegas, the weather's nice. People, all of y'all are going out there at these times. Try to go through, check it out, spend some time, and support the movement. Listen, A Father's Journey, man. We talked about this a couple months back, and I know your expectations. You kind of knew that it was going to be monumental. All right, and
you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Look, I was getting ready to say, I'll change that. You hoped that it would be monumental, but did you have any idea that it was going to get the recognition or people were going to be as receptive to this film as they're turning out to be?
You know what I love? You know what I love is that I've always been a strong believer in if you're if you're real, if you're authentic, and you put your heart on the table, you show your true colors on the table. People connect to that. People resonate to that. And this film, I didn't have really any expectation other than to pay tribute to my cousin, because this film is based on a true story. It's based on my cousin that passed away 5 years ago in a car accident scene, sorry. And he left behind 3 sons. Right. And I wanted to pay tribute to him and show that he was a great father, because that's what his life represented. He was a great dad. He spent time with them, took time with them, and did the best that he could as a father to his 3 young children. And it's so sad that, he was taken from us so early. But I want to pay tribute to that in this film, and just kind of role model a good father and son relationship. And also touch on the healing process when it comes to tragedy, because we've all been exposed to it, or have dealt with having to heal from losing someone on one level or another.
Right.
And so, I wanted to kind of, really touch on those key points: family, love, and the healing process, and just how we show up. It comes to, events that hurt us, and hurt our heart and souls, and how we, maybe deal with it, how we maybe not deal with it, but ultimately, love being the answer, and forgiveness and all that good stuff to be able to move forward,
Right. And, I tell you, the movie itself, the movie itself, when I watched the trailer, and I said to myself, I go, this seems like there are more people that are dealing with this tragedy than just the husband. Okay, because I'm assuming, and I'm not going to give a lot away, but for those that have seen the trailer, okay, but it seemed like the was it the father that lived? If I could ask that.
You'll have to tune in and watch the movie to see the film.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, because there's definitely going to catch you off guard.
Okay, so the twist.
Strong reveal at the end. I can't say too much on it, but
all right.
Ultimately, there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of surprises when it comes to the characters in the film and how it ends at the end of the movie.
Okay. All right. Listen, how was the transition? How was the transition in this being your baby, this being your particular film? How was it making the transition from, because we know your roles in the past, like, you've played some pretty tough characters in that.
Yeah.
You got to show that strong side, the more macho side. How was it being able to just kind of, or how easy was it? I know you're telling based on, true events. So I know it was easy for you to, I guess, tell the truth about the story. But just how was it, especially dealing with family, but how was it, in being able to just transition from playing the sometimes bad guy, the tough guy role, to being that lovable character? Was it an easy transition for you?
That's a great question. I love that question, Keith. Thank you for that. For me, I'm more in alignment, obviously, with this character in a father's journey. If you knew a little bit about me, you know that I worked in the educational system for over 10 plus years in the nonprofit world. I've always been about community. I've always been about giving back. I've always been about kids. I'm an author. I co-wrote a book called Multiple Streams of Motivation. So I'm all about positive energy and evolving and growing as a person on our journey in this life, right? And so, it's funny and interesting at the same time that I do always get hired to play these dark layered characters, whether it's because of my look, whether it's because of the stereotype, whatever the case is, I do get an opportunity to play a lot of, dark layered characters, right? Like the antagonist roles.
Right.
And the guys have all the fun in the film. Like, it's just, that's one thing for sure, that, the bad guys have all the fun. I've been dragged by a horse 50 yards. I did my own stunts in Mexico City. done so many different things
Yeah.
in these roles that I've had a chance to play, but they're not in tune with how I live my life, right? But the responsibility as an actor is to bring whatever character or role you have given the opportunity to bring to the big screen or to the small screen or whatever the case is. So that's my responsibility as an actor. But it's not in alignment with my legacy because, I want to be able to leave a legacy that I'm proud of, I want to be able to, especially because I'm Latino and I represent a Latino, in the Latino community, I want to be able to role model something positive. And more deeper than that, I want to show good stories. I want to show positive stories. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people, smile, feel good, maybe even pull at the heartstrings sometimes
Right.
for a reason, you know what I mean? To maybe raise confidence or just, be a reminder of the journey or whatever the case is. But that's really what I want to put out there because I know growing up, my childhood wasn't the easiest childhood. It was a lot of unhealthiness, domestic violence, parents struggling, trying to work 2-3 jobs to make ends meet. So I grew up a latchkey kid, and I grew up with film. Like I grew up with Rocky. Who hasn't grown up with Rocky, right? Who doesn't know about Rocky? The Rocky movies. But those Rocky movies still were so big because they represented the underdog and they represented hope.
Yeah.
That's what they really represented, hope. They touched on hope. And that's what I want to show on screen because, man, don't get me wrong, but we have so many, movies that they're just violent and, you know what I mean? There's no substance, you know what I'm saying? And I want to go back to, the basics. I want to go back to those, family values or those stories that just give you hope or make you feel good inside,
You know what?
So that's kind of what I want to do. That's what I want my legacy to be.
You know what? When you said that, and I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself because I meant to kind of bring that up too. I'm glad you touched on that. And then you totally shook me. I felt it when you said bringing back, the vision of hope. And when you said that, I felt something. Yeah, man, I felt something on the inside because you know what? You're right. You hit it on the head. There are not a lot of films nowadays that by the time you finish watching that movie, you're just grabbing on your chest like, oh,
yeah.
It changed your life. It changed your spirit. It made you feel good. It even makes you want to go help somebody.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful thing, brother, because the thing is, man, it's I think even it's kind of parallel to society and how we're living. You know what I mean? Like right now we have atomic nuclear weapons that can destroy this planet over and over again. And I'm thinking to myself, who are we fighting against? What are we fighting? You know what I mean? For us to be at a level in humanity to, have nuclear weapons and try to defend ourselves from destroying this planet. This world is such a beautiful, this earth is so beautiful, you know what I mean? And to be at a level where we're fighting in war and just, all these unhealthy things that are destroying us as a community and as a collective, why not bring it back to the basics? Why not bring it back to and shift the paradigm that we're living in right now? Because we're not living in a pretty place right now. You know what I'm saying? We're destroying a planet as we speak. And I'm sorry to go on that trip. And I'm just so passionate about.
It's true though.
Bringing awareness. You know what I'm saying? To maybe how we're living or how we're existing in this reality right now, and it's very sad,
Right. And you know what? I'm glad. Kind of going back to when I had first asked that question about the transition. I noticed that too, though, and that's partly what made me really want to ask that question because you're right. You can, somebody on the outside looking in with a little bit of even common sense can look and just tell just by your character, just even watching you in some clips and some interviews that, listen, this is a guy with some real intelligence and is really an in-depth mind. Don't get him confused. He's not, really necessarily a street cat or the big bad guy, anything like that, And I'm glad that you did this film because, again, like you say, it shows people where your mind really is, number one. You know what I mean? And I also, sorry, go ahead, then I'll
No, no, I was just going to say that means a lot, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate you noticing that, and it means a lot. Thank you for that.
And that's why I wanted to point that out, though, because it's true. And you have to give that type of credit where credit is due, because what I also noticed about it is that it showed, people, I want you to follow this. It showed the versatility of your acting skill also, too, though, David. You know what I'm saying? Because what that showed, right, what that showed is because listen, let's be honest, a lot of people are pigeonholed. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you're working, you're working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
Right.
I hear that, yeah.
But at the same time, to be able to play, to be able to just go on set and play this character and, play this kind of guy over here and then play that kind of guy over here. First of all, you're looking at longevity in this industry. Okay.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you're looking at longevity in this industry, and it just shows that you know what you're doing. Like, you don't have to walk on set and say, well, listen, I can't do this, unless it's too far-fetched, of course, right? But
thank you for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to, that's why I asked that question and asking that, because you seem like a really just genuine, down-the-heart person who really cares about stuff. And so this was time for you to be able to show that. And listen, it looks like you did it, no problem.
Yeah, you know what's exciting? What's exciting is that it's a total family movie. Like, it is literally close to G other than the car accident scene, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's a PG film, like a total family movie. And that makes me happy, because in the trailer, we don't get a chance to show it that much. We get little glimpses, but there is a lot of light-haired family situational comedy. So It's kind of like, the chunk of the movie it's just a family living. It's a very simple story, but it does have its moments. And so, I'm hoping that, it'll make the audience laugh. And like I said, it might even pull the heartstrings or whatnot. But yeah, we lean more towards the dramatic side on the trailer for specific reasons. But it'll be a pleasant surprise when you see the film, and then, you'll catch yourself laughing a little bit, Well,
it's got a little bit of everything in it. I think the trailer still did have some comedy and mixed with the drama and everything, because I know when I was actually working on the working on the promo for the show, and I'm like, okay, I can take this clip of the trailer and I can take that clip of the trailer. By the time I was a few minutes in, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to put this whole thing in here. I can't. I was like, I can't leave none of this. You can't pick and choose with that. You know what I'm saying? And so you could tell. Your heart gets broken. Then at the same time, you can tell that there's that friend and family support going on within the characters also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
And the comedy.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited because it's first of all, this was an idea. And I think that's one of my messages when I just spoke at a high school, a performing arts school, with one of my supporting actors in Palmdale, here in California. And that was one of my messages, is that this whole project literally came from an idea. It was made out of thin air. Of course, we had the core story, because it's based on a true story on my cousin, but it came out of thin air. And we put it into action. The writer wrote the story. We worked together to get it right, and then we produced it. So, we actually have a whole film, and it came from an idea. And I think everything comes from an idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, because you literally can do whatever you want to do in your lifetime.
Man,
it's all about what you believe can actually manifest. What you believe you can actually do, and if you internally believe it, you will produce results.
That's right.
And here it is.
That's right. It's their discipline. Now look, this is something I got to ask you about, because hey, and I don't, in no way am I trying to take away from the film, but I guess right now we're just talking, we're on a different level right now. We'll talk about props, but I got to ask this question. How did y'all do that to the bands in the movie? And again, not taking away, I'm just talking about prop. Y'all smashed up a whole, who's paying for that bands?
Let me tell you a funny story.
Man.
So we didn't have a huge budget, right?
Yeah.
But I have executive producer Lou Pizarro. He's actually also the creator of the TV show Operation Repo. That show's syndicated in like so many countries around the world.
I've seen it. Yep.
Big show. And it was funny because he's the one that brought in the Mercedes and the Grand Jeep Cherokee. And when I saw the cars at first, I was like, I go up to him and I'm like, hey, Lou, you know, kind of whispering in his ear. I'm like, hey, Lou, is there any way we can sell these cars and have more money for the budget of the film?
Right.
And buy some cheap little cars and break them down. And he started chuckling. He started laughing. He's like, no, David, this is production value right here. This is production value. And I thought that was hilarious, you know, because my mindset was like, oh, man, like, how are we going to crash this beautiful Mercedes?
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, we did it, and I cried. I should have teared when it happened, but, you know, I was able to move on.
Yeah. I looked at that, man. I said, you know what? I said, I got to ask. I go, you know, I don't want to, you know, take away from what was going on. That's the, you know, what really matters in this you know, situation. But shoot, I'm like, y'all do it, man. Look, I send them things. Look, I can create a charity or something. Send them things on over if y'all got them to mash up like that.
Exactly, brother. I was on the same as you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Look, man. Well, so is there an ETA that you guys are looking to release the film, or how soon is it? Or
yeah, quite honestly, it's funny you asked that because right now, literally, my representatives are flying to Miami to deal with the big studio to see what the outcome is there. A lot of variables come into play when it comes to distribution. There's a lot of things that have to happen for everything to, you know, to work out for whatever you're wanting when it comes to the vision of your film and distribution or whatever. But I know that right now we have distribution, so no matter what, you'll be able to get our film, worst case scenario, Redbox, Netflix, you know, Hulu, Amazon, all that good stuff, Walmart, Best Buy, all that good stuff. But we're trying to get theatrical, so that's what we're working on right now as we speak. So the minute that I have, that we lock in that and we have, you know, the release date, I'll call back and definitely let you know, because that's really when I'm going to have to promote to get everybody to go check out the film or whatever. Right now, we are doing special private screenings, and we have one, you know, like I said, in Vegas. We got another one in Napa Valley. We're heading to Texas, Philadelphia, and possibly New Mexico. So, you know, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
We should actually talk about coming to, you're in New Jersey or New York?
I'm in NC. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in NC. I'm in North Carolina right now.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're obviously thinking of going to New York as well. So when the time is right, I'll let you know.
We'll be actually. Yeah, that sounds good though, because I'll be in New York. Actually, the station is in New York. I'm just in North Carolina right now, so that still works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that still works out perfectly. I know the whole staff is up there in NY right now. Like, yeah, we can get the jump on Keith right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm down here. But but then I'll be out to the West Coast too, man. So I definitely look forward to you know what I'm saying, to get a chance to check it out there. I'm gonna move out that way, as a matter of fact. It's, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, keep me posted, brother. Where exactly? You know exactly where you're going?
I'm probably gonna be near Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I get out there, I got the, you know, I get to have the fun of looking around, you know, trying to get shown around the different places and stuff like that, parts of town. That way I can, you know, figure out what's the best place to live, what won't cost too much, and, you know, just different things like that. You know, the whole spiel
definitely,
of relocating.
Exactly. When you are here, definitely call me and let me know.
Yeah.
We can, you know, we can meet up and maybe I can connect you with some people and stuff. You know what I mean? I like connecting people.
Yeah, man.
Like-minded individuals, I like connecting them together, you know? So you got to keep me posted on that.
No doubt, man. And also when I get out there too, you know, we'll be doing, I'll actually be in a studio on set. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, so you know you got to come sit down on set and we sit back out there and kick it too.
Awesome. Well, let me tell you, I want to give a big shout out to Jose Mason. I hope he's listening right now. I just want to give him a lot of love, man. That brother is the one that connected me and you.
Yeah.
So I'm very appreciative of that. So big shout out there, Jose, if you're listening. Big love to you, brother, and I hope to meet you soon and work with you one day.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm glad you said that too, man. Big shouts out. I gotta, kind of echo you on that comment as well. Big shouts out to Jose. I know you out there listening, man. Jose shows a lot of love, avid supporter and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Even on my days
Yeah,
off,
he's a good guy.
yeah, even
Good
on
guy,
even
man.
on my days off, Jose's supporting. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with the phone calls like, hey, what's going on? So big shouts out to him. We talk. Um, Now also, okay, I wanted to ask because first of all, I see this film, and I'm just giving a vision. I'm not psychic, but I'm giving a vision. Now, this is theater. This is a father's journey is big theater screen worthy. I'm just feeling that way. You
I
know,
love it. I
listen,
love it. Thank you.
you're in the business. You're in the business, Dave. So you know a lot of times you can look at a film and you can almost tell right off the bat. You know,
Yeah.
right. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Everything from just from the acting to the artwork to just the graphics, the sound and everything. And I'm looking at this, looking at this film, I can tell this is going to be something wonderful as long as, the right people, I know you guys are doing the
Yeah.
business on it. Right. So as long as it goes, I see it being a phenomenal movie. I see it being one of those films that everybody's going to be talking about. Listen, did you see that? Listen, I'm an action movie kind of guy. I'm a horror movie kind
Yeah.
of guy. A Father's Journey is one of those movies that can take me back to those films I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those ones where
Yep.
those ones where even the action guys can sit down and look at, and because it's family, it's not
Yeah.
too soft, and it's not overboard. So a guy can sit
Right.
down and still feel heroic after looking at this movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And, and like I said, it's the whole father-son deal. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that to me is pretty cool, man. Like, to be able to show that. So I'm excited. I'm excited because finally we get to show it to,
Right.
a good group of people in Vegas.
Right.
And this is going to be my first time experiencing, a real audience seeing the
Right.
film for the first time. So that's pretty exciting, I guess.
Man. All right. Well, look, before I get out, I just got one more show question to ask you, at least about that. Then any shout outs or anything like that.
Okay.
Are you going to, creating a film like this that is going to have this much, that's going to have such a mass effect as I see? Is it going to take you away? Is it going to take you away from acting? I mean, in other words, because when you create a film, or when you're a part of a creation of a film like this that can
Yeah.
be so big, sometimes the actors turn into just strictly, the minds behind the madness. Your love for acting and the fact that you're so good at it, is it something that you think you would let go even with being behind a film so large?
You know, my number one passion is acting. Simply love acting. I actually just finished a comedy with like Paul Rodriguez and a bunch of other stars,
Mm-hmm.
here. So like I'm constantly working. I'm a hard worker, so I'm constantly working.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have a lot of acting gigs that I've been doing since filming the movie and that I have lined up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that'll ever go away. As far as directing, it's a huge commitment. Like I've been on this film for almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge commitment. So if I were to direct again, it would have to be another project that I could really, really get behind. And, also knowing that it will be a huge, huge commitment.
Right.
But something I can guide you. So that's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But acting is my love. Like I love being able to bring characters to life.
Yeah. And you got that locked down. And
Yeah.
I sure don't see your phone. I can't see your phone to stop ringing anytime soon. It hasn't stopped in the last right, and it hasn't stopped in the last few years. I don't think it's getting ready to lighten up now. So no doubt, man. Oh man. Look. Okay. Look. Any shout outs before we let people know where they can get in touch with you or follow you at?
If people that are listening that haven't seen the trailer, definitely go check it out, afathersjourneymovie.com,
Yeah.
or you can just go to YouTube and search a Father's Journey movie trailer or whatever, Check it out. If you like it, share it. Right now we're at like 231,000 views in like 2 months, so that's a pretty cool outcome right there. We just want to keep momentum going. So definitely, once again, at fathersjourneymovie.com. If you want to get more familiar with my work, if you haven't seen my work, DavidFernandezJr.com. And just check it out, man. I'm just a guy trying to, represent our community, man, and represent in a good way. And I want good movies out there. This is my start, and we'll see where it takes us.
No doubt. Listen, and you just made me think of something else, and I'm going to let you go, I promise.
It's all good.
How in the world, okay, this movie is not, because I saw that YouTube count. Matter of fact, Jose, big shouts out to Jose again, because he put me up on game with that. And then I looked and saw it on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
How in the world, this movie is not even out. But again, I'm taking no credit away from it, but I'm just saying, this movie's not even out and almost at 250,000 views. That's big time.
Yeah, you know what I think is that I have a strong team. Like when I built a team to produce this film, I had a bunch of brothers and sisters that were like-minded, that understood the vision, and that were on board. You know what I mean? So when we were going to launch the film 2 months ago, or the trailer 2 months ago, I got everybody together, and I was like, listen, this is our time to shine. Let's put it out to the universe, So it's kind of like we even did some meditation, whatever. Right. And we launched it. And, thank goodness people are clicking on and checking it out and sharing it. Like, the first day that we launched it, I remember this one lady actually videotaped herself watching the trailer for the first time, because that's what she does. Right. And she cried. She cried, and she reached out to me, and before you knew it, I was on her radio show, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Right.
So it's all a blessing, brother. It's all a blessing. But once again, it goes back to, what I originally shared with you, that I have this strong belief that if you put something out there that's real, and your intention is good behind it, and your heart and soul in it, people might resonate to it, might get attracted to that or connect to that, on some level.
Yeah, and you are right. That's something.
So I think that's what's happening. That's the result of people liking the trailer and sharing it. Thank goodness.
That's right, because like you say, and being positive, the positive blessings just automatically cling to it. So
it's all focused energy, my brother. That's what I believe in. You know what I mean? It's all focused energy, and that's anything that you do. If you focus your energy on something that you're passionate about, you'll produce results. Sooner or later, you'll produce results.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
listen, David Fernandez Jr. Listen, my man. Once again, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I've been looking forward to this conversation again for a few months now. So I'm glad we got this.
Likewise, man. I feel the same way, man. You're a great dude. Right. I can tell, man. Very intelligent brother with good energy, and man, you're doing your thing on the radio as well. I remember telling me you had over like 500,000 listeners at one point. So keep it going, my brother. Keep it going.
Oh yeah, we trying to go, man, and I appreciate people like yourself too for showing support, man, because you know how without people like yourself, then there is no there's no me in this category anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about having each other's backs, brother, and supporting each other, most definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Look, congratulations on all your success so far, David, and of course we wish you much more continued success. And we know your incline, your pinnacle. You're doing super huge things right now, and your platform is just continuously growing, man. And again, we congratulate you for that. You're home right here on the show. Anytime I can put together something, or me and my team can put together any kind of, look, I know y'all got the big cats doing it. Y'all don't really need us, but anytime we can help out and throw together something, even on a little small local scale, you know what I'm saying, to help out one of my little Hushwa videos or whatever, let us know, man.
For sure, brother. For sure.
And we got you.
Man, it's all connected, my brother. It's all connected. So yeah, man. I'll tell you the truth, man. I don't even compare it to like big or small. I mean, it's what we're doing. You know what I mean? And what you're doing is you're putting artists out on the map. Yeah. You're putting some good stuff out there on the radio waves or whatnot. Yeah. And I'm always down to support that. So for sure. Let's come together again when the time is right, and we'll make some more stuff happen.
Absolutely, man. Listen, you take care and have a wonderful day. Listen, before I go, I want to remind everybody out there, in case you're just tuning in, or you tuned in and you want to be able to play it back, this full conversation with David Fernandez Jr. and I will be played on social media a little later on today, so you can catch it full full in its extent. Make sure you also go to David Fernandez Jr.'s IMDb page and check out all of his great works. Okay, a lot of you may already know who he is from End of Watch and different films like that. Was another big film. Make sure you go show your love, show your support, catch up with the films. Keep up with A Father's Journey. We'll be promoting it as well on our social media sites to make sure everybody knows what's going on. Listen, Dave, keep doing your thing, man. God bless. We love you, and we'll be talking to you soon, my brother.
Likewise, my brother. Just one quick promo, real quick.
Oh yeah.
A big film coming out from the producers of American Hustle and the Dark Knight films. That's going to be hitting theaters in the fall, I believe. I'll get you the release date when I get it, but it's with John Leguizamo, Patrick Wilson, Jim Belushi, the list goes on. Big film. It's called The Hollow Point. So keep an eye out for that, listeners. That'd be awesome.
See what I'm talking about? This guy ain't always blowing up.
We're trying to make it happen, brother. We're trying to make it happen.
Always blowing up, man. No doubt. Big shouts out, man. Look, I know everybody's proud of you, man. Big shouts out to you, your whole family, your team, and the whole staff, David, man.
Thank you, brother. Likewise. Thank you for the support, okay?
All right. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Have a great one.
You
Bye.
too. Hey, everybody out there. That was one cool dude right there, David Fernandez Jr. Wonderful actor, producer, and director. Doing his thing. Always in something large. Like I say, you've seen him. If you don't know who he is, just by listening to him, you've seen him. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly who he is. Check out In the Watch, his other IMDb, and the dudes in mad stuff. You can be like, that's that guy. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to him doing his thing, man. Again, we greatly support him. We're glad and honored that he was able to make it back on the show with us, especially during this particularly special day. All right. Once again, we want to send a big shout out to all the fallen soldiers, and our condolences to all that have lost one or more or many or whoever, giving their lives to protect us. So big salutes to them.